If you need to make your team stronger, go to u7buy.com and buy yourself some cheap and reliable FC24 coins. Remember to use my discount code ELI to enjoy 6% off. Most of you guys know U7Buy for its FC coin service. Apart from FC coins, U7Buy also provides more games services like top-up mobile games, gift cards, game keys, and more. Click my link in the description and enjoy the cheapest price now. Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. Alright, I promise I'm going to be posting more frequent now. Got the whole face cam going on. Finally. Alright, let's get back into this. We're going to be going over the 4-3-3 fourth variation or the 4-3-3 attacking variation. Very meta tactics. I'm trying to make it as competitive as I can now. Let me show you where I'm at. I'm about like 2 or 3 wins away from Division 3. Obviously, I have a full-time job. I work like 50 hours a week. I can't sit here and play every single day. So, the more I play, the more I record, the more I'll show you guys. Yada, 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 all that good stuff. Haven't really lost that much. I've only lost like a few games. But, anywho. Before I get into the tactics, the 4-3-3 tactics, this is my team, obviously. I don't know why it looks fuzzy for you guys. I don't know why it does that. I don't know. Let's get into the tactics and you'll see what I mean on there. Don't pay attention to Cooney Cross because I'm just trying to evo her up. It's going to be this formation right here, the 4-3-3 tack. What I'm trying to get to right now, this game, it's very high. How do I want to say it? Pace is king like always. Stopping, like passing the ball and stopping, like, how do I want to say, like just passing the ball in general. You have to stop and pass or ball roll and pass to be able to make better passes in this game. You can't just do like blind passes, like 360 passes and stuff like that. So you have to be able to know how to pass the ball, and you have to be able to know how to control the midfield. Hence why I've been playing a lot with 4 midfielders. So example here, this is my 4 midfielder. It's like a little block. Which will be my playmaker, my box-to-box, a holding, which will be more defensive, and then a false back, which will be another defensive center mid, or like a CDM. So technically I have 2 CDMs. My left back, which will be a CDM as a false back, my holding center mid, which will be like a CDM. I have 1 box-to-box and 1 more quote-unquote cam type of player, which will be my playmaker, which will be Odegaard. Then I have my 2 wingers, advance forward, and then I have my 3 center backs. That is how I've been playing with almost every formation as of now, just because I don't have the most meta team. Because I don't have the most meta team, I'm not running down the wings, just spamming through balls and just running down and spamming the L1 speed boost BS. What I'm trying to do is control the play, dictate the tempo of the game, pass the ball around in the midfield area, and the only way I can control that is with a box midfielder. With a not box midfielder, but a box midfield, which is this. So let's get into the actual tactics and what everything is. So 4-3-3, the attacking variation, build-up style balance, and defensive approach. I do have high. You can play counter on this one if you want to. I'm not. I'm going to just stick to balance. Just because I do pass the ball around a lot. I don't like to do kind of like quick counter attack right now, like long ball, just because there's so many players that don't have like at least a 4-star weak foot. So if you don't know how to ball roll or position the player correctly and try to pass the ball, you're going to lose it almost immediately. Defensive approach, I'm doing a very high line, a 72 line height. So I am in my opponent's face. The reason why is because I have 2 center mids. So I have 2 center mids here. That I can really press my opponent with, the cam that can press my opponent's center mid area, and then I have the wingers, so I can be very aggressive, try to steal the ball, hit them with that counter press if they try to steal the ball from me, and then try to score as fast as I can. So that's why I have a 72 line. If you don't like it, then go ahead and just drop it to 60. Completely up to you if you just want to drop it to 60 to make it more universally, how do I want to say it, not super high but more balanced, but a little bit higher than normal, so you're not just so caved in and you're not parking the bus, but at least you have some type of defensive presence. But I'm playing a 72 line, very aggressive. It does do the auto offsides again, at least a little bit, and it just makes your midfield a little bit more congested and your opponent can't get out of there, if that makes sense. All right, player roles, who goes where. I'm going to go without the ball, and that way you can see how it looks like with the ball. So without the ball, obviously you're pressing in a 4-3-3. With the ball, you're going to be playing in a technically like a 3-2-2-3. So let's get into it. Goalie, I play super keeper balance. That's how I like to play it. I like my goalie to get out of the box and be able to play sweeper keeper and then pass the ball. I play one defender, defend, leave it there. My faster one is who I play there, and then my one that has a stopper plus, or for example, I have Gabriel, stopper plus. So I got a little lucky with him. He not a little lucky because I bought him obviously with the coins that I won, but I'm lucky that he has a stopper plus because then basically makes him have like a quote unquote intercept plus, so he gets a little bit more aggressive and gets in my opponent's face. False back, your left back has to be a false back. Make sure that they have a false back plus on there and put defend. Do not put balance, put defend, because if you put balance, they will play like a center mid instead of a CDM, and you want them to play more of a defensive role. See, look, I'll give you an example. If you play balance, they go higher up. You want them to be more defensive behind the other center mid. Your right back, put full back and defend. That way they actually drop deep, tuck in, and make a back line of 3. Because if you put balance, they're just going to act like a regular full back, and you don't want that. You want them to tuck in a little bit more and act like a back line of 3. Your center mid, your right center mid is going to be holding defend. So if you can have somebody with a holding plus, please put them here. I've been playing with Waltzley. Usually here she has a holding plus. Please try to put a holding plus player here. They will act like a more of a CDM, and they're just in the right position at the right time, and you don't have to move your players so damn much. And then play defend here. Your left center mid, which will be your box to box, literally put box to box center mid balance. If you can have a box to box plus, even better. If you don't have a plus play style or plus play role, whatever these things are called, then just go ahead and leave them box to box, and you can do balance. They're fine. They do the role as long as they don't have that little exclamation mark where it shows like that they're not in the right position. They'll still play fine. It's just if they have the plus, it makes them a little bit more, makes them move in and out of position smoother, faster by itself. It makes the AI do the work for you a little bit more. Your cam, I suggest putting a playmaker plus here, and I suggest putting roaming. The reason why I have roaming instead of regular balance is because I want them to actually roam around, be behind the striker, sometimes drop deeper into that midfield 3 to pick up the ball, or sometimes be behind the striker, or sometimes be behind the right winger or the left winger. It just depends. I need them to be everywhere at all times, especially when you have a player like, for me, I have Odegaard, so he has that incisive pass, so he can send an incisive pass to any of the 3 forwards at any given moment. Main striker, advanced forward, please put complete on this one. Don't put just regular attack. Put complete, because you are playing with one striker and you're playing with 2 wingers, and you're having a playmaker behind him. With the complete, it allows him to drift into those half spaces more. So let's say my right winger occupies my right back, and my opponent steps out of position. Then basically my actual striker is going to run into that empty area wherever your opponent's left back moved out of position, if that makes sense. So the right winger, I put inside forward balance. Make sure you put balance so they actually drop a little bit deeper, so they do give you some defensive support. Please try to have an inside forward plus as well. It just makes them do those cut inside runs way faster, way easier without you having to do L1 triggers. If you're good at doing L1 triggers, then you're fine. Just do the L1 triggers. And then the left winger, same exact thing. Inside forward balance. And that is it. Let me show you guys the code. So code is I'll go over alphabetical order, I guess, or however that thing's called. J, lowercase j as in Joker, lowercase k as in kangaroo, the number 7, lowercase I as in igloo, the at sign, I don't know what that's called, P as in popcorn, the number 3, capital N as in Nancy, lowercase t as in teacher, the at symbol again, and then the number 3. What I have noticed too is that if I do make any changes on my actual tactics, the codes stop working. So the code is good now. That's what it is right there. It shouldn't change. If it changes, that's because I'm updating the tactic, but I will try not to change it. Yes, we're gonna go here. I'm gonna try not to change it, because if I change it, then it's gonna change for you guys, and I don't want the code to mess up for you guys. So I'm gonna try to leave it as is, and not mess with it too much if I don't have to. But yep, those are the custom tactics and instructions for the 4-3-3. That's what I've been using recently to play up against like the 4-4-2s, the 5-4-1s, stuff like that. I've been using that. The other 4-3-3, the holding variation. I've also been playing 4-4-1-1, which I'll post shortly. 4-4-1-1, and I've been playing the 4-1-4-1 as well. Those are the ones that I've been using recently. But yeah, those are the custom tactics and instructions. Hit that like and hit that subscribe button so I can make more for you guys. And I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.